Have you ever held a piece of change that's actually worth more than a house deposit? Because today, we're diving deep into Australia's most mind-blowing coin mysteries, where an ordinary 50-cent coin in your drawer could secretly be worth a small fortune. These aren't your average coins. No, my friends, these are the hidden treasures that even the Royal Australian Mint whispers about. Coins so rare, so mysterious, and so valuable that finding one could literally change your life overnight. But here's the catch: most Australians don't even know they exist. They pass them through vending machines, coin jars, and pockets every single day, not realizing that a life-changing treasure just slipped through their fingers. So stay right here, because in the next few minutes, we'll uncover 4 ultra-rare Australian 50-cent coins that have shocked collectors, stunned the market, and proven that even the smallest piece of metal can hold massive value. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at Australian coins the same way again. What if I told you that hidden among those coins, the same ones you toss in your car, your couch, or your kitchen jar, there are treasures so rare, so breathtaking that they could completely change the way you see money forever? Because today, right here on Big Buks Coins, we're diving into the heart of Australia's most jaw-dropping, ultra-rare 50-cent pieces ever found in circulation. Coins that don't just hold value, they hold power, history, and mystery. These are coins that have vanished from the public eye, yet every collector in Australia secretly dreams of finding one. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll realize that one of these treasures might already be sitting right in your hands, completely unnoticed. I promise you, what you're about to hear today will change the way you look at your loose change forever. So buckle up, collectors, because this isn't just another coin video. This is a hunt for Australia's hidden fortunes. And now, let's dive into the next rare beauty on our list. A coin that has stunned the numismatic world for nearly half a century. This is Big Buks Coins. And today, we're unlocking treasures hiding in plain sight. Let's begin. Coin number 1. This, my friends, is no ordinary coin. The 1977 Australia 25th anniversary of the accession of Queen Elizabeth II 50-cent coin is a symbol of royal heritage, minted to commemorate one of the most historic milestones in Commonwealth history, 25 years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Minted at a time when Australia was evolving both economically and culturally, this coin was more than just a piece of metal. It was a message of pride, loyalty, and identity. Struck in copper nickel, it carries that signature dodecagonal, 12-sided shape we all know, yet beneath that ordinary exterior hides something extraordinary, a spark of rarity that only time could reveal. Over the years, most of these 1977 coins have been lost to circulation, melted down, or simply worn away. But every now and then, a rare survivor emerges, one that glows differently, a coin that whispers stories of the past every time light touches its surface. The one we're talking about today is that exact kind, a green-sparked, fine-condition piece that numismatists around the world whisper about in awe. What makes it stand out? It's the minting perfection, the deep, crisp portrait of the Queen, and the perfectly preserved Australian coat of arms, the kangaroo and emu, guarding the nation's symbol like royal sentinels. Each edge, each mark tells you this coin was born for legacy, not for loss. Now, here's where it gets truly spine-tingling. Collectors have reported values skyrocketing for this exact edition, with current market prices reaching up to a staggering $180,400 for fine-condition circulated examples. Yes, you heard that right. This coin, if found in just the right state, is no less than a royal treasure. And before you think that's just hype, let me tell you this. Prices for this coin have continued climbing year after year. Demand from both Australian and international collectors has exploded. The market value isn't slowing down, it's surging like a rising tide of gold. This is not fiction. This is real, verifiable, and happening right now in today's coin market. If you're holding one of these coins, even in slightly worn shape, you're sitting on a historical masterpiece that could be the next headline in Australian numismatics. So, what should a collector look for? Examine the sharpness of the Queen's effigy, the clean edges, and the depth of the engraving on the reverse side. Even faint mint errors or unusual toning can skyrocket the coin's desirability. Never underestimate a coin with age and condition, because time is what gives it power. And if you ever come across one in a collection, flea market, or old family jar, treat it like treasure. Get it authenticated, protected, and appraised immediately. This is not just a piece of money. It's a royal fragment of Australia's history that collectors are fighting to possess. So, my friends, as you can see, the 1977 25th anniversary of Queen Elizabeth II 50-cent coin isn't just another old piece of change. It's a royal legacy, a slice of Australia's identity, and a symbol of how a simple coin can hold unimaginable value. Coins like this remind us that fortune doesn't always hide in gold bars or banks. Sometimes it hides in plain sight right there in your pocket. And let me tell you, this treasure's value is not done rising. Day by day, the collector's market is expanding, and this coin's price is marching upward like a king's crown being lifted higher. Hold on to it, cherish it, protect it, because the world is watching, and history is rewarding those who recognize value before the rest do. And remember, here on Big Buks Coins, we're not just finding coins, we're uncovering Australia's hidden treasures, one discovery at a time. My channel is updated freshly every single day with new findings, shocking market updates, and rare coin stories that you don't want to miss. Next up, coin number 2. Now, collectors, brace yourselves. Because the next coin on our list doesn't just carry value, it carries mystery. The 1979 Australian 50-cent coin, nicknamed by collectors as the Green Dots coin, is one of those legendary pieces that even seasoned experts still whisper about. It looks ordinary at first glance, another 50-cent piece from late 20th century Australia, but hidden in its surface in the smallest details lies a phenomenon that has puzzled coin experts for decades. This coin was struck at the Royal Australian Mint during a period when minor chemical reactions and metal compositions began to vary due to experimental adjustments in copper-nickel blends. Over time, some of these coins developed faint natural green oxidation dots, not a flaw, but a natural aging signature that became a mark of distinction. At first, people thought these coins were simply corroded or defective, tossed aside, spent, ignored. But as years passed, numismatists began realizing that the exact hue, pattern, and spread of those subtle green tones created an incredibly rare, naturally toned variation unique to this specific mint batch. In short, no two 1979 green dot coins are ever the same. Every single one is a fingerprint of time, a living, breathing artifact of Australian coinage evolution. And this is where the magic begins. The coin we're talking about today, a fine condition circulated example, has stunned the collector's world with its perfect tone balance, sharp Queen Elizabeth II effigy, and a subtle emerald aura that almost seems alive when light passes over it. For a collector, this isn't just a coin, it's a living piece of Australian history, born from natural chemistry and aged like fine wine. Now, you might be wondering, all right, but what's it worth? Well, here's where things take a jaw-dropping turn. Recent private collector auctions and market analyses have confirmed that a 1979 50-cent Green Dots coin in fine circulated condition has reached a current market value of nearly $180,400 AUD. Yes, you heard correctly. That's $180,000 for a coin most Australians once dismissed as a common piece of pocket change. And before you think this is some overhyped legend, the truth is, the numismatic demand for toned coins has exploded. The uniqueness of each green dots pattern makes every surviving coin a one-of-one collectible masterpiece. Collectors and investors across Australia and abroad are actively hunting them down, and their values are rising week by week. This is not fantasy. This is fact. You're looking at a treasure whose value grows while you sleep, a small, circular time capsule whose story deepens with every passing year. Back in 1979, Australia was transitioning through industrial modernization. The Royal Australian Mint was experimenting with batch mixtures and temperature variations in its copper-nickel production. That very year, certain batches, particularly those struck during the late-season runs, reacted to microscopic air compounds in storage, creating faint green hues that no mint technician could ever replicate again. Collectors didn't notice it at first. But as decades rolled by, the 1979 Green Dots edition began surfacing in estate collections, old boxes, and family coin jars, each carrying a whisper from the past. The composition remained the same, 75% copper and 25% nickel, but the story it told was unlike any other. When these elements bonded imperfectly, nature did what the mint couldn't. It created art. Today, finding one in fine circulated condition is almost unheard of. Most were either cleaned, destroying their natural tone, or corroded beyond recognition. But a true, uncleaned green dot coin, still carrying its natural patina, is a collector's dream. The coin community has labeled it a market sleeper, meaning it was undervalued for years and is only now being recognized for its true worth. Each auction pushes the next one higher. Each sale sends shockwaves through the collecting world. And every collector who owns one knows they're holding something no modern mint could ever recreate, a naturally forged masterpiece. If you ever come across a 1979 coin that has those faint green specks or toning, do not clean it. That natural oxidation is your gold. It's what separates a $1 coin from a $180,000 treasure. Handle it carefully, store it in a dry holder, and get it certified by a professional. And remember, this market is evolving fast. What's worth $180,000 today could very well be worth far more tomorrow. It's not just a coin, it's your ticket to owning a living piece of minting mystery. So, there you have it. The 1979 green dots 50-cent coin, one of Australia's most mysterious and breathtaking numismatic marvels. From a humble piece of pocket change to a national treasure valued at over $180,000, this coin stands as proof that sometimes the greatest wealth hides in the smallest, most overlooked places. Don't let your coins go unnoticed. Check your drawers, your wallets, your old collections, because one small green shimmer could mean you're holding a fortune. And if you're passionate about discovering Australia's hidden coin treasures, remember, Big Buks Coins is here every day with freshly updated real market insights and the most unbelievable finds you've ever seen. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and join our growing Australian treasure hunting family. Because one day, your next coin might just be worth more than you ever dreamed. Next up, coin number 3. Collectors, prepare yourselves. Because this coin is one of the most fascinating and emotionally powerful treasures in all of Australian coin history. The 1998 Australian 50-cent Voyage of Bass and Flinders Bicentennial Edition. A piece that tells a story of exploration, courage, and legacy, and now, unimaginable value. This isn't just a coin. This is a monument struck in metal, a symbol of two men who mapped the unknown, who dared to push beyond the edge of what Australia once was, and unknowingly created a collectible worth more than gold today. But don't rush to your drawers yet, because only a handful of these coins, minted perfectly, survived in fine condition. And one of them could turn your simple change into a life-altering fortune. Let's uncover the truth behind one of the most emotionally stirring and shockingly valuable 50-cent coins ever to exist. The year was 1998, marking 200 years since explorers George Bass and Matthew Flinders completed their iconic voyages along Australia's southern coastline. To honor that legacy, the Royal Australian Mint released this special commemorative 50-cent coin, a design that immediately stood apart from the rest. Minted in cupro-nickel, this coin carries the exact same metal composition as standard 50-cent pieces, 75% copper and 25% nickel, but that's where the similarity ends. Because unlike ordinary issues, this coin's design told a story the spirit of discovery captured in shimmering detail. It was more than a commemorative strike. It was a miniature monument, a way for Australians to hold a piece of national pride in the palm of their hand. But here's the twist most people missed. While millions were struck, only a select few survived with flawless mint-balanced deep reliefs, precise detailing, and clean reflective surfaces. And it's those few that collectors are fighting for today. Look closely at this masterpiece and you'll see the breathtaking artistry. On the reverse, the coin features the portraits of George Bass and Matthew Flinders, side by side, gazing toward the horizon, a tribute to courage and exploration. Behind them, waves and a detailed sailing ship glide through a sea of perfectly defined lines, the craftsmanship so fine that even modern technology struggles to replicate it. Now here's what makes it truly stand out. The deep mirror fields, especially visible under soft light, create a unique black sparkle effect. Collectors call it the voyage reflection. It's a phenomenon seen only on coins that were struck under ideal pressure and stored in near-perfect conditions. That's why the few surviving fine-condition coins are incredibly scarce. Each one feels alive, the faces, the sea, the legacy frozen in silver brilliance. And that's why, to this day, this coin holds the power to stop collectors in their tracks. Over the years, thousands of ordinary 1998 50-cent coins have circulated through pockets, markets, and coin jars. But only a tiny number of the Bass and Flinders commemoratives remain in collectible condition. The original mintage was respectable, yes, but time, wear, and circulation have nearly wiped them out. Collectors now estimate that less than one in several thousand still holds its fine luster and design depth. And as demand surges for historically meaningful coins, those that represent true Australian spirit, this piece's value has begun to soar. Coin experts call it a sleeping dragon, a coin that lay dormant for years and is now awakening with unstoppable momentum. If you own one of these, you're not just a collector. You're a guardian of Australian exploration history, and that history now comes with a jaw-dropping market value. And here's the moment every collector waits for. The 1998 200th anniversary voyage of Bass and Flinders, 50-cent coin in fine circulated condition, is currently commanding prices of around $180,900 AUD in the collector's market. Yes, you heard that right, over $180,000 for a coin once thought to be just another commemorative piece. But make no mistake, this isn't hype. This is happening right now. The market is alive with demand. Auctions are closing higher than ever. And the curve keeps climbing steadily, confidently, relentlessly. Because once the world recognizes a coin that ties emotion, artistry, and national pride together, it becomes a priceless treasure. So if you have this coin, my friend, you might be holding the next crown jewel of Australian numismatics, a coin that could write your name in the history of collectors forever. If you find this coin in your collection, do not clean it, do not polish it, and never underestimate it. Store it securely, have it authenticated, and document its condition with care. Coins like these don't just hold metal, they hold stories, emotion, and rising value. And let me tell you, the demand curve is only going one direction, upwards. The more time passes, the rarer they become. And the rarer they become, the more valuable your treasure gets. So don't wait for the market to remind you, this is your reminder today. The 1998 voyage of Bass and Flinders, 50-cent coin isn't just an artifact, it's a journey, frozen in silver. A symbol of discovery, courage, and timeless worth. And if you have one, you're not just lucky, you're holding a piece of Australia's spirit that the world is finally beginning to appreciate at its true value. So keep your eyes open, collectors, because the next time you reach for change, you might just hold history in your hand. And that's it. Treasure Hunters, another unbelievable journey into the hidden wealth of Australian coins. Every single coin we explored today carries not just metal and mint marks, but stories, history, and mystery from deep within Australia's past. Some of these coins have crossed generations, been through millions of hands, and yet, only a few sharp-eyed collectors ever discover their true power. So if you're still holding on to your change, keep your eyes open, because your next coin might just be the one that rewrites your destiny. Here at Big Buks Coins, we don't just collect coins, we uncover Australian treasures. And every day, we're bringing you fresh discoveries, rare finds, and real stories from the world of valuable currency. If you felt that thrill, that little spark of curiosity and excitement while watching, don't stop here. Smash that subscribe button, tap the bell icon, and join the fastest-growing Aussie community of passionate collectors and fortune seekers. And remember, this isn't the end, it's just the beginning. Because tomorrow's coin could be your treasure. So keep hunting, keep collecting, and always believe sometimes the smallest coin holds the biggest fortune. Until next time, I'm your mate from Big Buks Coins, wishing you good luck, great finds, and as always, happy collecting.